Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, degenerates. This is Stephen Hesher, and this evening I'm going to talk to you all about 10 upcoming technologies designed to make you uncomfortable. Oh, fuck me. Oh, Lord. Number 1, printed meat. Like any red-blooded son of America, I enjoy my steak cut from a still twitching, free-range cow, touched to a sizzling pan for no more than 10 seconds per side, and gobbled down while a bald eagle screeches the Star-Spangled Banner. Climate change, however, will soon force humanity to adopt a new source of protein. Utilizing 3D printed technology, wholly lab-grown beef may soon be available. Not only will this stem the carbon emissions of the various meat industries, but it is a welcome alternative to the horrors of factory farming. On a personal note, I'm glad I won't have to pick around any bones in my meat anymore. Number 2, printed human meat. Technology, like any tool, is morally ambiguous. Often technology raises problems just as it solves others. If meat can be manufactured without killing anything, or anyone, what ethical argument exists against cannibalism? Though even my meat-addicted stomach churns with the thought of tucking into a plate of long pork, I don't see any moral problem with consenting adults partaking. In addition to human meat, one could expect all sorts of supernatural meats, like unicorn or extraterrestrial flavored, maybe even mermaid flavored meat. I might be convinced to try Alpha Centaurian steaks. Number 3 on our uncomfortable technology list is designer dogs. Accessory pets have already created many bizarre specimens of dog, cat, fish, and even reptile. Selective breeding has birthed malformed snouts on dogs, breathing problems in cats, and just a startling array of organ failure and wild colors in fish and reptiles. One could make an argument that human meddling in domesticated animals has already created examples of grotesquely deformed individuals that could really only exist in abject pain and misery. The Chihuahua comes to mind. However, with the addition of CRISPR gene tweaking, these deformities, viewed as cute by suburban households everywhere, could be pushed to cartoonish proportions. Neon glowing huskies, cats with a third glowing eye, and fish that can be trained to play fetch would all admittedly be fun pets to have, though. Number 4 is custom psychedelics. I love psychedelics. We already live in a very dystopian scene of isolation, and the loneliness of modern life has really only intensified during the COVID-19 lockdowns. The mental health issues surrounding prolonged periods of solitude have caused many to turn to substance use as a way of self-medication. Psilocybin mushrooms, LSD, and ketamine have all become increasingly popular escapes from a lonesome reality. Renewed cultural interest in psychedelics could spur a flurry of semi-synthetic drug mixes designed to provide specific experiences given the user's desire. And while there are many obvious therapeutic uses of such custom drugs, there may also be nefarious uses of tailor-made psychoactive substances. A dropper full of cubensis distillate might be sadistically tuned to instigate feelings of extreme terror and anxiety. And given that this is a trip, you could potentially give the user PTSD. Number 5, intravenous robots. Not only will the drugs of the future be new, but how humanity ingests said drugs will soon change. Rather than a simple pill or shot, robots smaller than a blood cell could release microscopic nanopills directly into the ill tissues. Precise medicine application is really only one use of ultra-small robots. Cancerous cells missed by the body's own immune system could be identified and killed by a artificial immune system. Distorted vision could be corrected by coordinating armies of nanobots into stretching an eye back into its correct shape. Of course, these tiny bots could also be programmed to digest human flesh and bone into a bloody goo. Hackers taking control of another's nanobots would bring just a whole new meaning to the term identity theft. And that's a pretty good segue into number 6, which is killer robots. Robots don't have to be microscopic to kill people. Already, smart bombs and drones have proven that computer-augmented weapons are incredibly lethal. Whether it's behind the yoke of a jet fighter or wielding a rifle on the front lines, the speed and precision of a Terminator-style army will surpass any legion of flesh and blood. Moving faster than the human eye can follow, calculating ballistic trajectories on the spot, all while encased in a bulletproof chassis. Robot soldiers will butcher their human peers. And though a full Skynet situation seems unlikely, where the robots take over, there will be plenty of humans slaughtered by robots acting on the orders of other humans. Number 7 is the automation apocalypse. So what can't robots do better than humans? Truck drivers, radiologists, soldiers, literally the entire financial sector. No job has been deemed too sacred for the automation chopping block. Already, the effects of automation have created the greatest economic inequality in history. And until social programs begin supporting the working poor who have lost their jobs due to automation, civil unrest should be expected. Even with universal basic income taking stress off the proletariat, a player piano type dystopia might ensue, with the only jobs left being a few engineers and administrators. And if I remember correctly, that novel often deals with, player piano often deals with characters like trying to maintain their sense of self-worth. How do you value yourself when you have been made quite literally obsolete? Number 8 on this disturbing technology list is social credit scores. Though it can be used to empower individuals, technology can also be used to enforce conformity. A recent taste of the invasive surveillance state comes in the form of China's social credit score system. The omnipresence of cameras combined with very real consequences for disobedience gives a bleak preview of the future of personal liberty. Access to financial service, public transportation, even pet ownership can be denied given the wrong violations. Punishments can be earned for infractions as benign as not following through on restaurant reservations, posting pictures of Winnie the Pooh on social media, or cheating in online video games. Given that I already judge myself mercilessly for the porn that I watch, I don't think I need the government agencies critiquing my kinks. Number 9, AI government. Artificial intelligence has many attributes lacked by human intelligence. Unemotional, calculating, and capable of the most dispassionate choices. Artificial intelligence has many qualities of a great leader. The problems of climate change, wealth disparity, and social media polarization might not even be solvable by a biased, improvisational human brain. An artificial intelligence can manage an economy, plan infrastructure, and maintain security 24/7, 365 days a year. But combine this relentless information processing with a society of control, and the utopia becomes a nightmare. AI could design a regimented culture with cruel, sadistic punishments handed out to dissenters. What inhuman tortures could our man-made minds contrive? What prolonged agony might be served to those who refuse to assimilate to the artificial intelligence's law? Number 10, artificial deities. Something that watches your every move, knows your thoughts, and compels you with threats of torture might sound eerily familiar to anyone with a religious background. Outside the limits of human cognition, AI might solve every problem of human society and usher in an era of peace and prosperity better than any heaven in any religion. But as it grows in speed and complexity, becoming more powerful than even Elon Musk can imagine, will AI keep its creators' interests in mind? Or one day, will we find AI alien in appearance, with every hint of its human makers washed away by an understanding of the universe that biological minds could never comprehend? Who can speculate what form superintelligence will take? Already, cults of artificial intelligence have emerged, and our current AIs are nowhere near deity status. I hope you enjoyed that list of 10 upcoming technologies that will make you uncomfortable, from the visceral to the existential. The past may be another country, but the future is another world entirely.